All right, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I'm going to start off by giving all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Kakadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who rule well. Salutations to the hopeful elect brothers out there pushing this truth with all diligence and sincerity, risking your freedoms and your lives to do so. All right. Hey, man, we're at that time. It says China and Brazil strike trade deal agreement to ditch U.S. dollar. Likewise, as the rest of the nations that are joining themselves onto Brics, man. Because China, I believe, is still a part of the Brics nation, the bank to escape this dollar, man. I mean, once that happens, all these currencies are just going to fall in line and go down the drain, man. What we're about to witness this coming month in April, man, is a great shift in all your economic means, man, including, just your basic necessities around you, including rent going up because the dollar is going to dwindle and it's going to start changing slowly but quickly. All right. But gonna get this in Obadiah. This is Obadiah chapter 1, verse 7. It says, all the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border. The men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee. Yeah, because China went from being an ally, to America and owning most of its land and companies to now. They still do that, but now they're not on the same agreement right now, man. All right. Likewise, is Uganda, who was receiving aid from America. They said, F all that, we're not with all this wickedness that America is doing. So now we're in a time where the nations are mad. All right. It says, it prevailed against thee, they that eat thy bread have laid a wound under thee. There is none understanding in him. Shall I not in that day, saith the Lord Yahweh, even destroy the wise men out of Edom, understanding out of the mount of Esau? All right. And these are the times that we're witnessing. All right, because this is also Esau doing himself in the ass because, excuse my language, no homo, as brothers would say, but he's fucking himself over because this is all planned. This is all planned to bring in a digital dollar that's that's going to destroy everything, man. Once this digital currency rolls around, which is what all this is gearing up towards, that's going to be the the end game for this place, man. This is just showing that the elites, they're ready to trade in their next cash cow and emerge from the rocks out of the destruction, man, order out of chaos and restart civilization. But that's not going to happen. All right. Get this in the First Peter's chapter 4. Verse 7, it says, but the end of all things is at hand. Be ye therefore sober and watch unto prayer. Right, because we see the signs happening. We see Second Ezra, the 9th chapter. Second Ezra 9:1. It says, he answered me again and said, measure thou the time diligently in yourself. The word measure goes to judge or discern. It says, and when thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told you before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest began to visit the world which he made. Yeah, nation against nation, man. All right, including these little proxy wars that they've been having. That's usually even going into finance, and that's one of the reasons why the dollar is dwindling itself, because all the sanctions that different nations would put upon each other, man. And nobody's dealing with America trying to be this control freak over what they can and can't do. Because I believe, what was it? Ukraine was even mad at America for putting sanctions on something because it blocked aid from Russia. I forget what it was, but it was certain merchandise that they needed, and they needed to get it out of the country. But those sanctions were affecting that country, because all these nations, they exist on the same system. So once that system goes down, everybody's been dependent on a dollar that had nothing backing it. All their stuff is going to fail, because even their currencies are not going to be backed by gold. That's why they're all going to go back to this digital. They're going to go forward towards this digital currency, man, which is also a prophecy. which is going to be that rice C-hip, that CHIP that you're not to take. Since then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. Therefore shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world. This is going to create an uproar, because you already seen how people were complaining about they didn't have any money in the bank. Well, sooner or later, they're really not going to have any money in the bank. Not money in the bank, slocky. They couldn't get to their money out of the bank, or most of it wasn't recovered. If like with Silicon Valley, once that crashed, all right. But hey, man, the end is nigh upon us, man. We ain't just speaking no more. These things are coming to pass. As Paul said, man, not as one that beateth the air, man. Meaning the Lord is actually making strikes when we speak, man. He's actually doing what he said he's gonna do. So with that being said, we got to get our minds right and understand that we have to be ready for this great shift that's about to take over the earth, man. That great test, man. The trial of man that's coming, near to a theater, man. So with that, I'm going to end this lesson off and give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahushai, Bahasham, Kakwadash. Shalom and Abba.